Hi guys, how are you? Hi everybody. We got two special guests today. Storm Monroe and Essie Berry. Hi you guys. Welcome to the channel.
Thank you so much. How are you guys doing?
Good, good.
Child, we all right. We all right.
I just want to say before I get started, it is an honor and gracious of you to have me and Storm on the platform. I have mad respect for you because when I see you, you always coming with the documents. If you went with them documents, I probably would not be on your platform. I like that you speak truth and you keep it all the way above. And I like real, you know what I'm saying? People on screen ain't the same way off screen. You get me 24/7. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. So I thank both of you guys for having us on the platform.
No, thanks for coming.
So sweet, Essie. It's really sweet. You didn't have to say that. All right, let's start with Storm Monroe because Storm, I want to ask you, do you remember the first time Perry ever reached out to you? It was because Jag wanted me to start a smear campaign against you. Do you?
I don't remember that. I remember the first time Perry reached out, it was because another blogger lied and said that I said some derogatory about you. Yeah, and he said that I had said some derogatory about your general area. I'll just leave it at that to be clean. And Perry hopped in. Yeah, there was a blogger that said, yeah, Storm going around saying Sharrell, blah, 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 stink. I've never said no mess like that.
Yeah.
So Perry, Perry hopped in my, this was probably 2022, I want to say. Perry hopped in my DMs like, did you say that? And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then we've been cool ever since. So yeah, Perry was not playing that. I'm like, I never said no mess like that. But yeah.
Oh my God. So Storm, tell the people, isn't this true? Sometimes you can wake up and something will come in your feed or somebody send you something, a video about people talking about you and you don't know them.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It becomes the part of our life, doesn't it? Like they just run off at the mouth and people think, oh, they love drama for clicks and views. It's actually the opposite. Wouldn't you say it's draining to have a beef? Would you say that?
It's very draining to have a beef. I mean, when you're first building your channel, it can kind of help, but then you have people that are only coming to tune in for that specific beef if you don't know how to actually pivot and if you're not actually entertaining. So I would prefer to not be in any beef. I would not, like I don't want no beef with nobody, but people seem to come for me nonetheless.
I mean, it's happened so many times. You probably lost count, and I've lost count. So I wanted to make sure everybody. Beef ruins your channel. The audience will get tired of it after a while. So I wanted to start with this question, then I'll go backwards.
Okay.
People say, why does Storm keep bringing Jag on his channel? Do they not understand? I don't think they understand that you could be minding your own business and then you just wake up and she made a video about you. Is that true?
Well, yeah, that's absolutely true. Just like I can be going live and then she hops in the chat. But let me answer your question because I have to take accountability too. There are certain people online that they get views, like they go viral wherever they go. And so that would be the only reason for me to bring her on is to give commentary on current news because people want to hear it from her perspective, right? I now understand and know it is no longer worth it. I'm good. No, thank you. The door is closed. The door is closed. I'm good. I'm called to a higher purpose. I'm just the low-hanging fruit. I say the Jaguar Wrights, the Charleston Whites, the Orlando Browns, the Boosies. I'm just gonna stay away from all that. I'm good.
Did you put Boosie on
the I'm out the ghetto. I'm out the ghetto.
So that's so funny. You got Boosie on the list. Boosie's a trip, but he's cool though. He's a mess. So Jag has decided to come after you and AT too for no earthly good reason. You didn't make the tape. Those were words that came out of her mouth. And I used to give Jag a lot of leeway because she suffers from mental health issues. Do you think that when she's acting like that, she's suffering from mental health, or is it calculated plan like she asked me to go after you?
I think it's a mix. I think at the foundation, you're dealing with someone who most likely has some sort of schizophrenia. I'm not a mental health,
Right.
professional, but just based upon what's in her bloodline, right, and her direct bloodline, I'm assuming it's in. And listen, I got bipolar people in my family, schizophrenic people in my family, so I know a crazy crazy MF when I see it. Like, I know it. I came up around people like that, so I believe that's the foundation. And then on top of that, I believe that Jag has a fear of success. I believe that she truly does not deem herself worthy of success. That would be the only thing that could explain her building herself up 4 or 5 years ago on the internet, right? Out of nowhere. People didn't know who she was. She wrote a book back in 2017 about the industry, but nobody cared. So she went viral in 2020 and then ruined herself on the internet, right? Got debunked partially by Tasha K with Surviving Jaguar Wright, right? Okay. And then managed to, get arrested on camera, sell coochie for oxtails, like try to get her son to sleep with Legina Gold, try to bring her somebody and say this was R. Kelly and Aaliyah's daughter. And y'all definitely should have knew that was some BS. And she built herself up and got back credible and then went all the way to Piers Morgan, which is a big deal.
Yeah.
Only to now throw herself under the bus again. So I believe that she doesn't deem herself as truly worthy of success.
So Storm, so you saying that she want to slob on some balls or some oxtails?
No, so she didn't have no money. She was broke. She was broke. And at the time she was living, this was before she was living out of the U-Haul. She had like a station wagon that she was driving to Louisiana with, that she tried to move her son and Legina into some abandoned house in Louisiana with no lights, right? And so along the way, they got hungry. And so she sat there and she let them Jamaican people they made like 4 or 5 plates of food and wrapped it all up. And then she wanted to go suck the man off for payment.
Yeah,
and he was just like, no, like, I'm good. Like, I'll just give it to you for free. Like, he gave
it for free.
Yeah, that man said, look, that man said, you'll do what for some oxtails? He said,
no, thank you. And she's like, come on, we can just, and she put on another accent. She said, we can go out in the back and work out. So he said, no, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Did she tell you she did that?
That was on live. And I reacted
on
to
live.
It. Yeah.
Now, see.
Now, was she acting? But, because part of me was like, oh, come on, ain't nobody going to really do this shit in public. I got some people, I got some people and I'm just low on money and I just love your cooking at the oxtail for and I don't have the cash, but I can suck your balls.
Marvin, very.
I don't know what part is acting and what part is not. I don't know.
The bad part, she couldn't even take him up on the offer. What man you wouldn't know when to take? He said, hell no. That's enough for me right there to say that he saw something wrong that he didn't even want. No, baby, take the oxtails. Go ahead on. Love you. Have a good day.
Yeah, please.
So, Essie, I'm trying to figure out if it's calculated, if it's mental illness. She came to you with the plan recently to, what was it? To lie about the tape for AT2 and Storm, right?
At first she had told me about everything that had transpired and went on. So then, because she was comfortable with me, I might have had maybe 3 conversations, 4 at the most, with her the whole time I've ever known her. I met her pretty much right before this stuff went on with Tiffany Haddish and Storm, and we was on that show. She said, Essie, you're a celebrity, and I don't consider myself a celebrity. Let me just put that out there. Please don't put me in that category. I'm turned off with celebrities. She said, you're a celebrity. I'm a celebrity. She said, do you recall me saying these things about the gun to my head, this and that? I say, I recall you saying something about Jay-Z. I'm not quite sure. I said, so let me go see what you talk about, Jag, and let me check it out, and then I'll contact you back. So she said if it hadn't been filmed May 19, 2024, then it's altered. So after I did my research, I sent her the link to show that the video had never been taken down. Right when I did that, she said she was getting an editor. So she had already put her plan in motion to try to debunk Storm. And she thought, I don't know, she thought it was Tasha K. I don't know, she thought I was some of these bloggers. I tell people that I am an activist. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to lie for you. If Storm had did that, I would have checked Storm at the gate. I know Storm didn't do that because I went back and looked at my face in the video. When I looked at my face, if you edit a video, she's not going to be the only one edited out of that video. They would have had to do some type of reflection on me and Storm to change that to preciseness in our face. So when she saw that I was not going to ride with her live, that's when all this actually really began. So then I contacted Storm. I say, Storm, I don't know if this broad think I'm on her team because her name Jaguar. I ain't quite sure, but this is disgusting to me from her to think that I'm going to betray you behind closed doors. So when she saw I didn't do that, that's when she went on the internet, said she found a YouTube editor and we can discredit you. So you better go sit your butt down somewhere, because at this point, I'm going to show y'all how to get Jag all the way off this internet, because right now, jumping on people's platforms, threatening them, that's intimidation. That's retaliation. You didn't care when you was jumping on everybody's platform. I watched Jag dominate people's platforms for years. But the reason why I did not say anything or even deal with this, because I never saw not one blogger put out no paperwork. She said she got cut. Where's the doctor records? You say you were violated. Where's the hospital? Where was it? What day was it? What time was it? Did you talk to a doctor? Did you remember anything? You got pregnant by him, right? Did you keep the piss test?
Oh Lord.
You like that? Did you take the little stick? You know what I'm saying? Did you keep anything to back
I ain't even know that part.
that you said? You know what I'm saying? Monica Lewinsky kept a dress with some on it for Bill Clinton. So Jag said she's smarter than anybody. So you never kept one piece of evidence. And what really put the icing on the cake for me, she said she signed 2 NDAs. So hypothetically, just say broken off, she signed these 2 NDAs. Her book didn't do nothing in 2017. She got back on the internet in 2020. And I had came on before she came on in 2017 with Tasha K. And Tasha K wouldn't be who she is today without Essie Berry. That's another day, but I said what I said the way I said it. Okay. And basically, with that, I'm just saying, who knew what Jag was doing? I feel like, no disrespect, I think she did sign some kind of in something, and she got paid for it. Then she turned around and got broke. And now you came up here and you use everybody on YouTube as cash whores, and you whored yourself around and did cash, and all these people fell for it because you were putting cash in their pockets too, because they wanted like, share, subscribe, and views. Like, share, subscribe, and views. Not all you guys could have issues behind that. I did do a couple interviews with Jaguar. When I found out that lie, and she wanted me to go after Storm and lie for her for Storm, I shut every video that I had of her down. It is not that serious to me at all.
Perry, calculated or mental illness or a bully?
You know what? I got to say, you can be mentally ill at night, but when you wake up in the morning, maybe you're not. I say calculated.
Listen, if
you used to fall on that mental illness shit and give her the pass. But a person know when they lying, right? Because a mental ill person would tell the truth too. So how can you say it's mental illness when she lying with the ashes, the airport, the police station?
Oh, I forgot about the airport.
And somebody said this shit for true. She always could have been Storm. She always had the camera on to keep her from getting her ass whooped. It's calculated for attention. When things go down, when her and Goomba was on the run or on the road again, you know how that story goes from Texas to Arizona, where Storm blew up the car.
Right, hadn't even been in Arizona in years.
Wait, why did she say that, Storm?
I don't know. It was like a 2-year hate train on Storm, and people were just throwing everything at me. And I know Storm blew up my car. And I was like, ma'am, I'm not even in Arizona. Like, what are you talking about?
Sorry, Perry, I cut you off. Keep going.
You don't remember this part neither, because she said Storm because it's all the drama for it. It's like Storm blew up her car. I knew they had words. Come on, ain't nobody believing that shit. Y'all ran out of fucking money. And hell, or probably was behind on the lease payment. They picked the shit up, and Goomba go out there with some gasoline.
Yep.
While you at the hotel getting your
Perry,
bio.
you ain't right. You think
No,
that's
no.
what happened?
She said they
Don't
was their
shame the devil.
anniversary. It was their anniversary or something. And we was at the club and I was doing my thing with this girl, and we decided to take her back to the motel with us.
Perry, stop.
These the stories
Perry.
she tells because it gets your attention. Because really, I'm like, okay, anniversary. She said, yeah, I was out there, getting my two-step on with this girl, and I figured Goomba deserves some of it. I was like, what? Certain things wake my black ass up. That did. So I'm like, oh, what's going on? But anyway, she set it up. Either they was behind payments or wanted to get views.
Okay. Let me ask go
Sure,
ahead.
I want to ask one question before y'all get started. You, Storm, and Mr. Perry, have any of you, found any records what Jag and saw it with your own eyes, what she is diagnosed with?
No.
Point blank. So it's easy to kind of say what you can do, and you're crazy or whatever you want to say you are. That gives you the right to do what you do. It does not do that right. So what are you actually labeled for? Because my thing is, you can say all these things, but I need to see the actual documents, what you was in for and what you was labeled for, because you give yourself a label to create a mental capacity saying you like this, so you can get away with this, what's on here. So where she done messed up at, let's hypothetically say all that's true. You got a therapist right now or psychiatrist, that's what's gonna mess you up, boo-boo. Because you can say what you want to. So you should have stayed on whatever you was on, and you should have kept talking to your therapist. You understand what I'm saying? So she could have said anything. So some of it may be mental. It's a lot of mental patients on here as well. Bullies and everybody else just going around bullying people. But did we actually, any of us, the things that we just said she was diagnosed, she said with, have anybody seen any documents to show, to solidify what she said as far as that?
That's
So
true.
now you want to get on her and yell on her and say all the things. I'm schizophrenic. I'm this, I'm that. I can say what I want to. That don't give you a free pass because we don't know what you diagnosed with. And if you are like that, you should not even be on this internet. And if she is like that, there is a way to remove Jaguar all the way off this mic if she continues to do that to any of these platforms. So that means now we're going to have to band together and show her, because y'all gave her one chance and that was enough. 2 was too many. 3, you don't get any. I'm done on the first one. So I just want to say that.
So Storm, let's say it is calculated. Is Odell down with the plans?
Oh, he absolutely is. He absolutely is. So let me back up and say this too. So I think another reason why Jag is doing all this, she made her first $5,000 on YouTube last month, and but coming from somebody that had to sell coochie for oxtail,
you're right. I'm sorry. You're right.
That's a lot of money. So
yeah,
she finally got an apartment in her name. She's no longer hopping from Red Roof to Red Roof and Motel 6 to Motel 6. And so she got her $5,000. She got her man now. She got her popcorn ceilings. She thinks that we're jealous of her. No, seriously. I ain't gonna say who she said it to, but she said that we're jealous of her because she's happy. She's in a relationship now. She got her own place. Listen, I'm happy that you got a place in your name. You're finally an adult. At 65 years old, you have finally accomplished the goal of being an adult. I'm happy for her. I don't have anything to be jealous of. But no, long story short, I think he pimping her.
Because
agree with
Go ahead,
Storm on
Essie.
that. I agree with Storm on that because they wanted me to do a business deal with my husband, Fred Berry, and they want to do some work with me. It never got solidified because 100% I didn't trust Jag. You on YouTube, how you gonna take me off YouTube and you still on YouTube? I was married to one of the biggest celebrities from the 1970s. You can't move nothing no quicker than I can. Just saying. So they always looking for another come up. You get what I'm saying? Some type of way. And I noticed that through her man, Odell. And right now they over there talking stupid stuff about my husband, but I got a tsunami that's getting ready to come for her. So she can keep running her mouth. I don't play games like that.
Perry,
so they both talking about your husband right now. Both. I mean, when you say both, that means Jag and Odell?
Yes, they up there.
How the hell he gonna talk about somebody's husband when he couldn't completely be one?
Well, this is the thing. They didn't know Rerun. She said that I was hired. Someone told me I got the timestamp where I was hired to marry Fred to set his demise. Fred came to Georgia looking for me. How dare you disrespect me? But I ain't saying nothing about your dead son. But I got some coming to ask you about him too, since you want to run your mouth about that. Don't do me, because at the end of the day, no disrespect. I am an activist, but take that whole title off. Because sometimes people get confused with the title, celebrity, actors, or whatever, and act like you're not human. You know what I'm saying? And then said other different things. She said I was a prostitute, but you're up here prostituting for oxtails. They asking me for a whole different reason,
Okay.
and I ain't never been one. You get what I'm saying? But if I offer, they ain't gonna turn it down, Jack, like they did with you for oxtails. I'm just saying. So what are you really saying? So these things that Jag is doing now, I think because all these people let her on the platform, and if you know she's very dominating, because she didn't want me to ask her any questions. She said, "Why are you asking me questions? Why can't I ask you questions? You giving me all these answers, but I can't ask you anything." That was her demise of her downfall with me, when she wanted to question me and tell me all these things about everybody else, but she couldn't give me one piece of evidence to show me her credibility. Once you done showed me in the country, I'm from the South, Columbus, Georgia, born and raised. If you tell one lie, you'll tell two. If you tell one lie, then that means everything to me you have said is a lie anyway too. You get what I'm saying? Because how you gonna believe anything else someone said, and they're looking at footage and they say, "Oh, I didn't do that." That sounds like the people in Hollywood. Y'all, they sign contracts say, "Oh, that ain't my signature." I be like, really? So you can't really trust what someone says. And if people are like credible like you and Mr. Perry, Miss Sharrell, I got the mad respect for you because you got paperwork to go with it. I wouldn't be surprised if every video that Jag done and she keep playing with me, I'm gonna show y'all YouTubers how to do it and get her clean off this internet for what she's done, and then ask everybody to take all their footage down. It was like, shares, and views on the lie, because y'all can't say what's the truth and what's the lie now.
Right.
When her credibility was shot a couple years ago, y'all should have left her right there resting in peace where she was at. But y'all wouldn't give her another chance. And I ain't trying to set on her down. She should go rest somewhere. She needs to chill out. She needs to go get peaceful somewhere. She needs to relax her brain and her mind, because you're saying stuff. And let me just say this. She was on the video and she said what she said on the video about Mr. Sean Carter. I didn't recall Sean Carter because I'm thinking about Jay-Z. I forgot his real name was Sean Carter. But Tiffany Haddish was there and she gave Jag some weed. I told Jag, you could have said you smoked some bad weed and got confused on what you said.
Well, yeah.
She didn't want to go with that. She wanted Storm to look like the bad guy. So Jay-Z or whoever was looking at these videos would go after Storm instead of her lie, because she's not going to be able to say it wasn't edited. But Tiffany showed up with some weed. You smoked it. You didn't get confused. All you had to do is say, Tiffany gave me some weed and I had some. Right?
No, for real. That's all she
that would have been a good one. She didn't want to do that though, because she didn't want to look like a liar, she said. And she said she didn't want to look crazy like she did in the past. And she said, if you go on a platform with me, we'll look credible. No, I'll look credible. You're still gonna look like a liar. And I'm trying to defend you. And at the end of the day, Jag is taking the vision from the real victims who have been violated through the industry because of her ruckery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perry, what are your thoughts on Odell?
Oh, no, I think this. Look, and I told you this, and he's like, "Oh, what make you think that?" Look, any man that can't successfully stay married, that have kids, that goes off and lose his damn job, you need a pick-me-upper, right?
You do.
And he have watched his videos. He's seen Jag Storm Wright. She bring views, or used to, but she's on the channel because people love storytelling. He was like, "Hey, why should these guys on the blue couch get paid? Why should these other YouTubers get paid when I'm unemployed and I need some cash? Let me make her my traveling circus." And that's basically what he's done, right? She's his traveling circus. And every time, for real, every time I really seriously think of them, this is the picture that come to my mind.
Perry.
Right? That's the shit come to my mind, because the blind leading the blind, the dumb feeding the dumb. Jag is full of shit, but like he's a little bit more than a pimp, I would say.
Oh my God.
Because a pimp don't mind sharing as long as he's making cash.
Oh my God.
I think
Perry.
he's more of like she call him her producer, but he's there for the ride. And he's wanting her to get up, go live. Instead of most men would get up and say, fuck, we need some eat food today. Even if I had to pull some side jobs, go and do that. And he's supposed to be in top tech, do tech work, but the tech ain't teching. What we see is he's coming up with all these different sites, using her personally. And I don't really see how he could find, I don't really want to say that.
Say it. I want you to say it.
But how could he go to bed at night and want to put his penis?
Okay, Perry, that's enough. Perry, that's enough.
Paper bag over her face. Or the paper bag over it.
Some men are hobosexuals. Whoever gonna give them a place to stay, man, woman, and in between, it don't matter.
Okay, y'all.
Paper bag.
No man, look, a man can do a lot of things. A man will pick a girl up from a bus stop. She ain't got to have a job. But nobody want to stick their wee.
Perry, that's enough.
In no gutter creek. I'm just saying. And this ain't things that he had to even know she did. She says it on her video. Oh, well, LB or L something. He F better than Jay-Z. Then she'll go on, and everybody know she used to say her and Goomba used to pull over outside the mountain and go up on a rock. And
okay, Perry. We got it.
I'm just saying, like,
Perry.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
No, we got it. Okay.
I mean, he sounded like a little bit. You wouldn't come into her presence. He was like, he sound like Jaguar. Like, okay, go ahead.
We got it. Oh my God. 2 days ago, Storm, she went after Love Jones. Why?
Because Love Jones would not allow her to get on her show and talk crap about me. Love Jones would not turn on me. I've gotten calls from several YouTubers that Jag has tried to call and tried to orchestrate. I guess a storm against storm. I guess she was trying. Listen, this is not a repeat of 2022. It ain't gonna happen. And pretty much honestly, everybody she called had my back. Even my enemies was like, Jag, stop lying. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
So,
respect.
You're lying when the enemies say, hey, I had enough. I can't.
I saw that video, Storm, and please tell Love Jones, I'm sorry. It was just, as a woman, I couldn't watch it. I just couldn't watch it. It was just out of line.
For a person for real that comes out here and build, even if it's a lie, if you're gonna lie for 4 years, keep it going for 5 or 6. She's the worst enemy, right? She's victimizing true victims.
Yeah,
she's supposed to be an activist for these people. And that's not an activist. That's like a Jim Jones moment. Was that the cult leader?
Yeah.
She's more like that, right? That she's using their pain for gain. Yeah. And the reason why she had to come so hard and call up Essie, hey, I need you to come on, because she had to discredit Storm about this thing. Because if you've been going through this and we don't heard the stories, they're trailing me from, Jay-Z got to be the most incompetent person in the world if you've been trailing her for 4 years.
And ain't found her.
And ain't got to her yet. It just don't make no sense. But she'll go with these lies. Well, I'm going to tell you, Jay-Z's been following me, and Rock Nation, they just all out to get me because of what? And she'll say how mad she is about him. But why is she actually mad if Jay-Z really didn't do anything to her? Because when the R thing came out, she wanted to discredit that because she figured Jay-Z is tired of that shit right now. People would say, how come Jay-Z didn't say nothing years ago? Because it wasn't damaging his reputation. When she started going on Piers Morgan, and now that there's other allegations and she jumping on that with the 13-year-old, he got to correct that. But he let the little psycho woman go wild for years, right? It's no need. It wasn't hurting his brand. But Jaguar had to come hard and say, AI, Storm, AT2, Essie, everybody's out to get her. But the biggest thing is she can't face the fact, and she know to be an advocate, people looked at her as a model or somebody like a leader.
Did they really though?
No. I'm thinking that these hurt people, because I think a lot of people who went through this are always feel afraid that people aren't going to believe them. Right?
Okay, I can see that.
And then Jag coming in and saying, no, I'm going to take care of it. That's why she keeps saying, I got some victims that I'm protecting. That's a lie, Jag. And if you really want to protect them, prosecute the person who did the shit. Now, you got the perfect opportunity when she tried to come on Busby Firm, when they called her, she called them. I don't even give a fuck how it went down. If Jag was hell-bent, and I understand why you can't sue somebody because you don't have the money. But if you got an opportunity in all this grief with Rock Nation, why ain't you going to Busby to prosecute Jay-Z? She can't. She have no damn receipts. But these people will keep remembering. But she had to back up because she don't want to get sued neither.
Essie Perry,
whenever you ready.
Yeah. Essie Perry has a point. Why is Jag going after Jay-Z?
Because of the simple fact, y'all, not y'all, but people on this internet that let her did this for 4 years. When you continue to lie and you done told your lie, there's no such thing as a successful liar. So you got to continue with this facade that you done put on, and he hasn't sued her. He didn't sue her because you ain't got nothing he can get, right? She could have sued him. There's been something called a fee waiver. You can go to court, file a fee waiver, and they'll waive your fee. If you can't get it from oxtails and stuff, they'll just do the paperwork for you. You know what I'm saying? You can fill that out. So basically, to me, she wants that credibility, but then she said that she signed 2 NDAs. So the 2 NDAs that she said she signed, there was 10 people involved. I asked her, the 10 people that was involved, she said they were her godchildren, her, and some producers. So did the 10 people sign that one NDA, or did the 10 people sign each NDA on their own? And she said that she had to protect these people and that she did not want to testify against them because they'll try to gag her. Anybody's going to gag if you're lying. It's depending if you got the truth, because you can go way past that DOJ, Attorney General, and things like that. So by her not having that, she don't want to go to court. But now that she done got out here and everyone believed her, y'all talking about millions of people that believe Jaguar, that felt like, oh my God, they did this to her. We need to stand for Jag. They did it to victims. And she might, now look, she might have had certain things that went on in the past, but because you was on drugs and all these other things, we don't know where her mindset was at. And at the end of the day, she sure damn know a whole lot to not have done shit. She showed know a whole lot, and you ain't went to no freak offs or none of that. You talking about she said she was a pimp, and she said that she had her pimps. They would sign NDAs for the hoes. What pimp you know gonna sign an NDA for a hoe? If you don't get out of here with, and I saw that myself. So now you want to lie on pimps? They gonna incriminate themselves. No pimp is going to do that. So if you really go back and look at Jag, what she's saying, I probably could have poked her holes in her story a long time ago. It was not relevant enough for me to do that because I saw as a woman, she's saying she's being victimized, but you're not acting like a victim. Please give me one video that y'all saw her break down and cry. I'll wait.
Yeah.
Oh, that's heavy. Storm, for the critics who say everything she said has come true, what do you say to those people?
I mean, some of the things, I think for me, like she was the first one that I heard bring up the Tusi, which is the pink, cocaine, the cocaine mixed with the ketamine or whatever. There are some specific things here and there where I'm like, well, damn, well, she is the only one that I heard say that. So I give her that. But you know what? When you mix the truth and some lies, that's a great story. When you add that sauce on it, that's a great story. And I want to tell y'all this too. I meant to send y'all the screenshot. Did you know she wrote a book in 2017 called The Woodshed?
Never heard of it.
Okay, I'm gonna send you this. In this book, The Woodshed, she talks about how she met Jay-Z.
How did she meet him?
She performed at Unplugged. They did the MTV thing together. They had a completely different set, and then she convinced Jay-Z to do the set that ended up performing really well on TV. Okay, fine. According to this, he was the perfect gentleman. They ain't had no issue. And she was pregnant, allegedly, at that time. So did he GRAPE you while you were pregnant? Like, which is it? Was he a gentleman? Was he not? Was he a pleasure to work with or not? I hate to say this, But Jag has made me start to empathize with these celebrities because what it is, you're kicked out the club, you can no longer get in, and now you just want to ruin everybody's name. They don't want to associate with your crazy ass, so now everybody's the enemy. They don't want to deal with you, so now they did this, and they did that. She is a failure, and she's making the world pay for it, and it's not fair. But this book from 2017, The Woodshed, she came on the internet in 2020. So how did these stories change between 2017 and 2020?
Damn.
And it's funny that he said that when he just said that about that book. So now she wrote the book and never said half of the stuff that she done said on this internet. She didn't say it in that book. He just said he was with Jay-Z. Was you pregnant before you got with Jay-Z, and then you was gonna hook him up and then get the baby involved?
This says she was already pregnant with her son. She was pregnant with her son when she performed, according to this book.
Oh wow! I think
Tell
that's
the truth, shame the devil.
I think so. I mean, I think you just called her out. Perry, if Jag stopped lying and get off the internet, do you ever see her being successful?
No, because she got to have the attention. Like some people can work a 9 to 5 and go home and be okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
Some people won't start them without the work.
So all of this is because she wants to be famous?
I think so. And then like, because now, look, let's keep it real. She ain't getting no younger.
Wow.
And even if she started working a 9 to 5, she still probably wouldn't have enough credits to get Social Security. You know, because you get to put in hours and work. So she gonna have to make big money in the next few years. So, and Jag ain't that tight. Jag realized that, and Jag can sing. So it's not the bash Jag. Jag just have a lying problem. But she can sing. And maybe she could come to Vegas and hit a couple of bars and sing and make enough money. But that's not good enough for her. She wanted both. She want the fame, the overnight success. That's why, every 5 minutes, she looking down at a camera. How many? I got 3,000 people. I'm going to cam down. I'm going to cam down if I don't get no more than 100 likes. Stop worrying about that shit. Just be yourself. Like,
just be yourself. And she would, and you know what? She would have did better off parlaying this attention online into a gig singing somewhere in Vegas. I could totally, she has Vegas written all over her face. She looks like the type of person you see living under a bridge in Vegas. I could see it. You know, y'all got them apartments out there for about $800 a month. You know, get her a little Honda Civic. She go do her gig. She got enough money for her cigarettes and her beer.
Yeah.
Can't you see her in the Vegas?
Well, so what do you know about people living under the bridge? Because it's true. Why? How did you know that?
Well, I used to live in Phoenix, so I was back and forth in Vegas.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. I thought about moving there, but all the crazies seem to move there, so I think I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm good. I think I'm gonna pass on Vegas.
Funny. Okay, there's a rumor going around the internet. 2 rumors. One is that Vlad TV called Street Life Productions, and that's why they stopped working with her. And 2, that their channel was struck because of Jag. Has anybody heard those rumors?
Their channel wasn't struck because of Jag. It was something. I believe they had a copyright issue, but I could be wrong. Yeah, that's all I know on that.
Because she doesn't go on anymore, and we know her. Do we know where the venom comes from Vlad TV? She
doesn't like Vlad because when she had her segment on Piers Morgan, Vlad came right after her, and he called her a conspiracy theorist. But also remember, Vlad and Star from the Star Report, they're like this. They're real good friends. I mean, they've been friends for decades. Or over a decade. She didn't know me and Star have been friends since 2019. So
did you give Star the video?
No, he got it from my page. But he did ask permission. I gave him permission, absolutely.
And why did she get so upset at Star? And what was she so upset about?
She don't like Star because one day she called into his show. And she thought she was controlling something. And you know how like somebody think they the big dog until they meet another big dog.
Right.
And he read her for filth in the most masculine way. Oh, he read her for filth. read her man for filth, called her, I can't even repeat what he called her, but he had her man stuttering on the phone. I'm gonna just leave it like that.
Damn.
Oh, wow. Were you working with Jag during the Goomba days?
No. That's when we were enemies. But I was reacting to that content. So whenever she would go live doing crazy stuff, I would react, make fun of her, dance in the camera, all that stuff.
So the very first time you interviewed Jag, it just blew up, and y'all had a relationship. She came a couple more times. How did you realize something was wrong with her? Was it gradual or was it a single thing? Why did y'all fall out?
We fell out because we did 3 interviews, I believe, and then I changed my phone number. We did 3 interviews. I had an incident. I had to change my phone number that was unrelated to her. And then she tried to call me, couldn't reach me. And then she called Tasha K and wanted to give me a story about James Wright Chanel and another YouTuber.
Okay. Oh.
And I was like, BITCH, she lying. I'm not gonna, I do. I'm like, I'm not, hell no, I'm not putting that out. And that was that.
The calculations again. She goes after people.
She goes after people. And then once that relationship was severed, I did a live where I really dragged her for filth. I had the cigarette in my mouth and the whole thing. And, it was a whole mess. But nonetheless, yeah.
Let me say this, Storm. I could be in another room and Perry's upstairs in the bedroom and I just hear laughing. I go upstairs. He's watching your ass, just cracking up out loud. Thank you for all the laughs. I mean, he is.
I'm glad that Storm, just say it, it ain't got to be politically correct. Just say what the fuck everybody else is thinking. Yeah. Most people aren't going to say it. Just say it. And that's the part I like about your show. You would just say it. Not like Dr. Heavenly. You don't take it back.
No, I ain't taking it back. You know how Dr. Heavenly is. Oh my God.
Y'all don't. That's my girl. Please.
Okay. I'm gonna leave that alone.
All right.
Sometimes I'll be thinking, am I wasting my talents over here? Do I just need to be in front of somebody's camera with all these antics and all this drama? Because I don't know. I mean,
no, it's not worth it. It's not just stay where you're doing fine. You're very popular on the internet. You make everybody laugh. That's important, especially during these times, because things are about to be rough.
I agree.
Yes.
And Storm, did you lose your belt?
Period.
Oh no, I still got it. I kind of slowed up with that because some people were like, "You're triggering my PTSD," and I felt bad.
Okay, I want to change the subject really quickly. Essie, you got really famous on the internet. I know you say you're not a celebrity, but you got really famous when you start talking about Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey has struck our channel 2 times. He's mean. Is that the right perception I have of him? I just think he's like, why? You're famous. I didn't lie. He struck my channel. How would you describe him?
Personally, but when I seen you some videos of him calling me bitches, sluts, and whores on videos
Who
with
called
his
you
face
that?
I got videos with Steve Harvey face on it, calling me that. So that's how it's a lot, y'all, that you don't know. Storm seen it all, and it's his face. What he don't know, they tried to get me for violating and saying something about Mary Harvey's divorce. But in that divorce, Steve Harvey was ordered to take anger management. He did not take anger management. So you are right. He has anger issues because what judge is going to order you to take anger management? What they did is because I knew there was violations in his divorce decree. Then he wanted to start trying to put a gag order on me and blackmail me. But when there is fraud upon the courts, you cannot just sit up there and continue to intimidate people. And I'm going to shut this down because there was judges involved and lawyers as well. But as a young girl, I was abused very badly. My mom cut my hair with butcher knives, beat me with 2x4s and things like that. I saw a police report, and I have it, and I can send it, where I read where he beat Winton with his people said fraternity paddle, not sorority paddle. It's still a 2x4 board. And he beat him with that and a belt, and Winton could not and I stopped and said belt buckle, but Winter could not sit down for 2 weeks later, and he had blood in his urine, and Steve beat that baby like that. If that had been any of us on that platform, we would already be in jail. Mary Harvey is the one who filed the police report. She couldn't get the police report in 2009, so they made Mary look crazy. We were getting ready to do a reality show called Widow Wives and Exes, and a lot of stuff that's going on right now in the world, and me as an activist, it was going to be on the show with a lot of rerun exes, and I went and got other celebrity exes and wives and things like that. That's how I met Mary, not knowing that when I read it, it said put her on a gag order. I'm a Black woman. How you go gag me? They were trying to gag her and silence her because Steve had beat his son. They did a lot of fraudulent stuff in Mary Harvey's paperwork. He was still married to Mary when he got married to Margie. That's why I don't like TD Jakes, because TD Jakes was married and Steve Harvey's counselor, and then he took over to Hawaii and married Margie.
Okay, Essie, we're gonna stop right there because I need no more strikes. Oh my God, I didn't know. Oh
yeah.
My gosh.
But let me tell you something. Before somebody try to come strike you, everything I just said on this internet, I will send you proof. You cannot sit up here and try to violate someone's freedom of speech and their constitutional rights because you're sitting up here doing illegal stuff, and then you want to shut us up because you know it wasn't right. What I said is what I said, and everything I just said, Miss Sharrell, I got paperwork to prove it. And whatever I just said, if you want me to send you the paperwork so you have that backup too, I will send it to you. But it's a whole big a drama by itself. So yes, he does have anger issues, and that just told you some of it right there. And you'll see when you see the videos are horrific. The videos are scary. The videos are violent, and they are violent towards me. And it has his face on it doing those things to me.
All right. I don't know anything about it, and I haven't seen those yet. I just had to say that. So I haven't seen those yet because he's out there. Storm.
But your channel is safe now, right, Miss Sharrell? He ain't, because he struck it, ain't nothing wrong now.
No.
Well, no.
No, I strike back. That's what I do.
That part.
Storm, well, my last question. We deal with a lot of people. We tell a lot of stories. A lot of celebrities and all this stuff. Have you ever been accused of lying, or have you ever been sued?
Knock on wood, never been sued. No.
Never. Okay.
No.
Just wanted to vouch that.
No.
How many people have called Jaguar a liar? Tons. How many people have called Storm Monroe a liar? None. Now, Perry, hopefully we can keep you in line and off of the market of being sued. But nobody on this panel has a reputation of lying. And those people that continue to support Jag, that's my last question. Why they keep supporting her? Just
you mean the bloggers, or you mean like the audience?
The audience.
Oh, well, I think she appeals to she exploits Black women's trauma, and that's just and everybody knows when you exploit a Black woman's trauma, you can make a lot of money doing that. I always tell people the way to become a millionaire it's built off the backs of Black women. You either pander or you criticize, and exploiting their trauma. You add in some narcissism. You read a few books on how to create a cult.
Yep.
You just said that, Perry. Perry, you just said that. Why do you keep saying that one day she's gonna be a leader of a cult?
Well, I think she's already tried, in my opinion, because it's this one cult guy just got arrested. I can't remember. Because I ain't into all that.
With what's his name?
Nature Boy. She's been trying to, when he got arrested, tried to go over and get with them and want to be their leader. So you already got the mindset. She need to lead somebody, have workers work for her. Because like I said, she don't want to do it for herself. Jag, and you get to recognize talent. Not everybody could be a used car salesman. Right? Jag is good at it, Storm.
She is.
Now, you get to admit, because even people saying, well, how come you guys used to believe in her and now you don't? Well, I ain't never believed everything she said, people. And I will keep telling you until my face turned white, and it's not. I never really believed everything. But at the same time, of some things I did believe. My wife gave excuses,
I
but
did.
never believed everything she said. And I do have the right at a certain point, even if I believed you years ago, to say, hey, I'm tired of believing the bullshit and I'm moving forward. You got the right. And maybe I shouldn't be so hard on the cult followers right now because I was once one, partially.
Well, what other Perry? You're saying her members, Perry.
No, I'm saying because she's dialing in what Storm is saying. She's dialing in to emotion.
Yeah, it's when you want to create a cult, you do it step by step. And one of the ways you know somebody has a cult following is when someone can say, "Oh, the sky is red," and then they go, "Yeah, you know what? You're right. I see that." Just like she said, "Oh, that's AI." Ma'am, what AI? And also keep in mind, whenever we alter a live video on YouTube, the chat disappears. The chat, if you go, like, let's say you go in this live and you cut and you use the editing tools to like cut out a part, your live chat disappears.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I never did it.
If you go to my live from May 19, 2024, that chat is still there. The video has not been touched.
I mean, but
if you go in there, edit it just a little bit, the whole thing will disappear. If you go in there, touch it, it will disappear. That told you right there that it's not edited. But at the end of the day, people try to put their own narrative and things on things because they're going to always say you're saying something wrong. I like that Mr. Perry is honest like that and just say what he feels. And that's what we need, more originality. Because you know what, Miss Sharrell, at the end of the day, people on here, we are right now. But they think I won't cut someone out behind closed doors. I'll do it on this mic too, because there's a real bad conversation where me and Storm, we was on Conscious TV, and Jaguar called in trying to punk me on that video and victimize me behind Steve Harvey, saying certain things. And I dragged her before I knew it. That's a trigger point. So even Storm, when I told Storm what she was doing, I felt bad because Storm was hurt, more so than triggered. He was hurt. You're sitting up here, and all of us have emotions. And now that Jag has milked the cows on YouTube, now she got her own platform. She's gonna throw everybody who did something or helped her. She's gonna throw everyone up under the bus because she don't need anybody now. Because you guys, on who did it, help the world trust her. And my thing is, no matter what, I may believe some, and I think something happened to her. But because she lied about a video and she looked directly in the camera, said what she said, went back and looked, said, "Oh, no, that ain't me," I will never deal with Jaguar again in life. I don't care what kind of deal she gets, period.
So I wanted to say this to Jag, because we know you're watching. You can't help yourself. I did call the cops on you. And if you don't leave me alone, Ozell, I'm coming for you next.
Why did you call the police, though? What happened?
She had the nerve to try to drag me this morning with a live warrant. So,
what do you mean by that? A live warrant?
She has a warrant out for her arrest.
For that U-Haul, right?
I don't remember what it was, but she was sending the paperwork. She has a warrant out for her arrest. She can't go back to Texas. She's supposedly in hiding. But, if you tell them where she is or where you think she is, if you send stuff like that, they will look for her. And if y'all don't quit messing with me, I'm going after you next, Odell, and I'm not playing.
Well, I have to say this. Somebody had contacted me about Odell, and I'm not sure how true it is.
Oh, you want to put it out there? Okay.
Oh, don't do it on Sharrell show. Let me shut up.
I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. It's just it's juicy though. But you want to put it out there? I'll let you say it.
Oh, I'm waiting.
Yeah, what happened?
And the girls, she supposed to got the stuff in my email. They say Odell's still married, and he tried to get Jag. Jag took some woman, I forgot her name, I won't say it all on here, but it's Queen something, and tried to get her to drag Odell's wife, and he's in the middle of a divorce with his wife right now. So how pathetic are you as a woman? And you know this woman was married to this man, probably hurt that he see you on the internet now, but because of the butch that you are, you want to sit up here and go after a female, you know what I'm saying, with your masculinity. And what I noticed, she demasculate men on this YouTube street. Yeah. But she done had this lady trying to pay this lady to get on the internet and dog this man's wife that he's in a divorce with. And they got the paperwork and stuff.
What about the second part? Do you want to say the second part though?
What?
But
It's
damn
so
it,
much
y'all
going
told
on.
me
So
the
what's the
first one.
second
Y'all
part?
gonna have to tell me the second part.
You want to?
Go ahead, you tell the story. Tell what's the second part.
I'm in too deep. I'm in too deep.
You remember? Essie, do you remember?
Yeah, because so much stuff is going on. I'm blown away with all this shit that's going on. What?
Well, allegedly, on top of that, Odell is beating her ass.
Oh, she said that.
Mm.
She said that. That girl said that, and she got the proof of that too. Because she used to work with Jag, and then she got mad that Jag wouldn't tell her, and all this conversation came up, and she was in the middle of it listening to all this go down with her and Odell. She said that. She
Now,
said what she
I
said.
must say this. No matter how much I can't stand Jag, that's just
And it's bad
any man
because
that
she's
puts
being
his hands
abused.
on a woman, you are a coward.
Right, exactly.
You are a coward to put your hands on a woman. And you already got her doing all the damn work. Your ass need to get a job.
Come on. Come on. And I was hurt when I heard that because now you're making money off her, but you're going to put your hands on her too. No matter how much she run her mouth and I come for her, I do not like men who dog women. I do not like men who put their hands on women. There's a picture, y'all. Go back. It's a picture when she got short hair. Look up on her eyes. One of her eyes. I don't know when that picture was took. They would know. Y'all would know before I would. But it looked like she was in some type of abuse. And I'm not saying he's an abuser. This girl want to come on my platform with the proof to show the whole truth. I'm not trying to be going back and forth with Jaguar like this because she done already got on my nerve trying to lie about so many bloggers on this internet trying to change the narrative. But it doesn't matter now. The story is going viral and she's already done lied. You can't change something because it's already in black and white.
But
What
I think
I can do
while she's out here fighting for justice, she's a victim in her own home.
Right.
She's working, paying the bills, allegedly getting beat. I'm just saying Jay-Z is the least of her worries.
Right.
And I think if y'all really cared about her in these comments, the way you say you do, you would go over there and tell her to get away. You would give her that hotline to call, do whatever she needs to do.
Tell her the truth. Stop.
I know. I bet he got control over her Cash App too.
It's not even funny. It's unbelievable. Go ahead, Perry.
I'm gonna say this too, and I noticed this about Odell, and you call him something else. I like the word, but I'm trying to be polite, right? But Odell is fully aware of mental illness because he would say all the time, "Lamisha, I got a counselor for you. I got a counselor for you, Lamisha. Come on our show. I got a counselor." Look, that's a good gesture. But why can't you find a counselor for the woman that's in your house? And then, don't get me started because you know what? Even if you out here treating women like this, beating on them, I'm not sure if it's true. It's all allegations.
All alleged.
And I hope it's not. But one thing that Perry don't like, and you can say a lot of things about me, black little motherfucker, this and that, but I'm a real fucking father. And for a man, if you got these kids and don't build out, to become a circus clown, that shit is whack as fuck to me. Be a man, do all this, and then sometime I think Stormman said sometimes you need to check her. You are a damn enabler because I guess you don't have a choice. You don't have a job apparently, so you need her to go out there. Yeah, that's what Storm getting that from. That's why he's saying you're her pimp. Because you got to go and get that food money, light bill money. You actually forcing her to do all that to build something that you couldn't do on your own. But for real, at the end of the day, you can't say shit to me if you're a sorry father. So, and I don't give a fuck what kind of hookers and hoes you sleep with, boots on, boots off. But if y'all think y'all gonna come out to my motherfucking wife with some bullshit, I hate to go back in costume again. But
no. We're not
I will.
Perry, no. We're not gonna do that.
Mr. Perry said what he said the way he said it, and that's what it is.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
All right, y'all. Look, thank y'all so much for coming on. Will y'all both come back?
Absolutely.
We might have to have an emergency meeting if Odell decides to get silly with Jag and put his hands on her again. Because
that's going to be an issue. That's
ain't nobody gonna tolerate it.
When the girl called and told me At the end of the day, if that is happening, then she's still scared. She ain't gonna tell anybody because it's the best she done ever lived. But what I did notice about Odell, he was trying to get me up under Jag umbrella so he can help produce some stuff with Rerun. But you ain't even producing that with her yet. So how you gonna help me produce some stuff with Rerun? So any clip that she has, he's gonna try to some type of way monetize off the gain of that. But could you imagine if he's married and he get in the middle of divorce and he's watching all this play out on the internet, the female is the wife with what's going on with Jag? That would hurt her. I mean, the wife, that would hurt the wife.
Yeah.
Jag don't care about none of that because she's in control right now. You get what I'm saying? And y'all men on this internet, stop letting Butch demasculate you. She's a female. You can't, I mean, how do you do that? Just let this broad talk to you any kind of way. You got to stop doing that. But if anybody has not learned one thing, please start getting paperwork, documents, some type of evidence.
Yeah.
It is never what you say. It's always what you can prove. People say a lot of things. And Jack showed y'all a couple of years ago who she was, and you gave her a chance. And if people pages are getting flagged behind videos, y'all better start taking them views down. If you put them on private, you still keep your views. But at this time, Jack done brought all bad news to this YouTube streets. It doesn't matter what she say.
Yep. She's toxic and she needs to go. She needs to be off of YouTube. All right, you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
It was so great to talk to you too.
Coming.
Yeah. And Perry watches you every day, every single day.
I just missed the belt.
I appreciate that.
I mean, you got to bring the belt back.
Perry, stop. He didn't told you. Why you be messing with people?
Okay. Well, let me say this real fast before we go. If you're not gonna bring it back, can I borrow it?
Bye, you guys.
Bye, everybody. Like he want his own belt, don't he?
Yeah, I want to do that.
Go for it.
Great interview. Thank you both so much. I appreciate it.